Let's take a look at some of the trending topics now. And Sakina, let's talk to this, because I mean, this Tembisa 10, this has been going around. I know I wasn't in last week, and I know this was all happening last week, where everybody was talking about the 10 babies and what's it, decuplets? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And yeah, and then it was confirmed. Then it wasn't confirmed. Now is it the wife that they're looking for, and the babies, and then the money, and then do you know what's going on? Because I feel a little confused.
It's a bit of a mess. It's rather sketchy. So, and you know, up until yesterday, I really kept an open mind on this story. But yesterday, what I found a bit strange in the story was that it seems, at least from the reports that we are getting now from IOL and Peter Ampedi, if I'm reading this correctly, it would seem as though the father himself has yet to set eyes on these 10 babies.
Yo.
It seems as though the woman has gone into hiding, for lack of a better phrase. So she told the father. There were some screenshots of messages going between them, and it seems as though she told him that she had these babies, but he seems to be trying to track them down as the father. And you know, there's always a reason, a story, and also saying that she had left her twins with his family, and the twins are missing their mother. But from what I could understand, the father himself
has not even seen them.
Has not yet set eyes on these decuplets. So, are they looking for her? It would seem that way. Everybody seems to be looking for the mother and these 10 babies.
Unbelievable.
So,
I mean,
yeah, that's where the story's at now. So, it also goes on to say that the father, has now asked that people stop donating money into either his or the mother's account, because I would imagine they're trying to track her down.
Oh, man. All right. And then also urging the public to stop transferring money, apparently.
Yeah, that's what that's the thing, yeah.
I just, wow. I don't know. I mean, you don't just sort of have 10 babies and we don't know which hospital. Nobody spotted them, the doctors, the team.
No, there is a district hospital that's mentioned.
Is it? Okay, so it has been mentioned.
Yeah, but he still hasn't been able to quite track them down, and he's been told by the mother that because of COVID and the fact that the babies are so tiny and they probably being isolated, incubated, that he can't see them.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's starting to take a turn.
It looks like it. I'm actually loath to even comment, because I think I've not been following it that closely, because I'm a bit lost on this one. It was just all too much. In the beginning, it was just such excitement. I was showing my daughter. I said, "Look at this woman gave birth to 10 babies. Can you believe it? What an amazing story!" And then it just. And then I just stopped explaining it to her. I don't know what's going on. Let me leave it at that. Anyway, let's have a look at the next trending topic this morning. Becky, so you know, this is something about a letter that's doing the rounds, and you know, I have to confess, we need to see if this is in fact a confirmed letter, if it is in fact a proper letter that has been written, but it is doing the rounds on social media, and this is kind of what is trending. And this is a segment from the letter that is apparently written by Ace Magashule to former President Thabo Mbeki, saying, "We, the matured and forgiving comrades, protected you from accounting on the formation of COPE, which your mother was a member of, HIV, AIDS denialism, the arms deal, and assaulting woman, Comrade Winnie, of which all of them were treasonous. Imagine if we had sketched you to step aside on all of the above counts. I regret that we allowed you to escape those. For the record, my choice to open a legal case against my suspension is in upholding the principle of the South African Constitution as sacrosanct in its fundamental aim not to discriminate against some in favor of others. How you, as a self-appointed custodian of the Constitution, constitution and morality cannot appreciate that is befuddling. And then it goes off to close. We haven't forgotten you. At the right time, I will tell South Africans how you persuaded me for a third term towards Polokwane when you sent two of your confidant, one of them as an ambassador today and the other is a retired minister. Also, I will have to reveal how you wanted to use us against the Premier of the Free State, Mr. Lekota, when you wanted to remove him from the Free State. Comradely yours, E.S. Magashule.
Now, I'll tell you, Ace Magashule has subsequently jumped up to the top in the trends list since we last looked at it. And this is because Ace Magashule contends that only a court can unsuspend ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa, and he says that, you know, the suspension stands. And yeah, as you can imagine, he remains suspended, says Magashule. Ramaphosa remains suspended until a court of law decides otherwise.
Goodness me. All right, so the plot thickens on that one. But yeah, these are the reasons Ace and Mbeki are trending this morning, and yeah, will continue to do so, no doubt. Marawa, Robert Marawa.
And this is Robert Marawa, and he's been trending on the various names. He sent a letter yesterday, released a letter through a PR company, basically stating, because those who listen to his show know that he's been away for a number of weeks now, and he has been unwell. And yesterday, just confirming what exactly is going on, among other things, that he had contracted COVID. So yeah, and of course, as you know, he hasn't been, you know, in the greatest of health in a while. So Robert basically just setting the record straight there.
Yeah, and also talking to what an ordeal he had and how difficult it was, and thanking the medical professionals.
Yeah.
You know, this thing, guys, it is very, very real. So I'll jump on this because this is the conversation we take in. I mean, I was off last week, and the reason being is that my son contracted COVID, and it's a very, very difficult thing to witness. It really is. You know, we only found out very late into it. You know, he's already now, you know, into day 14, but he was sick. And, you know, we just thought it was the flu, and the doctor said, don't worry, it can't be COVID, I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Then eventually when we did test him last week, he'd already been going through it for about 7 days, and he wasn't well at all. He came through positive. And, you know, this is something that you've got to take very, very seriously. And yeah, I mean, it's been a very, very difficult time, but, you know, we I think through the worst of it, we are. So he's now out of his quarantine, but, you know, watching your child struggle and not even able to embrace this child because of all of these COVID protocols that are in. It is a very real thing, and it's heartbreaking to watch. So
and
just
I think
take care.
This is where it is at the moment, the fact that children more and more seemingly are testing positive. And what does this mean? Because remember, previously we were told that children, you know, they'll probably just it would be like a little sniff, a bit of a flu and nothing more. And
it's more. Believe me, it's a lot more than that. So yeah, but just please take care out there.